Good afternoon, guys. My name is Mpeko Tabang, and today we're going to be teaching a module called Quantity Surveyor. Unit 11, we're going to be talking about a contractor. So I hope that most of you do understand. But if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And yeah, okay. So what are the things that we're going to be talking about? We're going to talk about what is a contractor. We're going to do the definition of a main contractor. We're going to define a subcontractor and the three types of subcontractors. We're going to do the registration of the contractor. We're going to do the grading levels and the grading system. So what is a contractor? Think of a contractor as a person. It can be a person or a firm, right? So a contractor is a person or a firm who undertake to do what? To build a project with a contract document. So a contractor build the building on behalf of the client, and a contractor can be divided into a main contractor and a subcontractor. So think of a contractor as a person. It can be a person or a business. So that business has been called by the client to build a particular building. So a client will call a contractor to build a particular building, and the subcontractor, there is a main contractor and the subcontractor. We're going to be talking about them right now. So definition of a main contractor. So a main contractor is a builder, building firm, or a building contract, and they need a service of a subcontractor to execute much of the work. So and business can only survive if it is profitable. So if a business doesn't have money, or the contract doesn't have money, it won't survive, because it will be building a small building that actually they don't actually have a profit to them. Like there's a grading system that a contractor have to have. It can be in a grade 2, it can be in a grade 3, 4, 5, 6, up to grade 9. So if you're in a grade 2, you're gonna like do a building that there are not more than 650,000. But then if you're in grade 8, you're gonna be doing a building where they are in 140 million, so which is a good profit for your contractor. So a contractor should have an operation on the side. So you should have an operation on the side. You should know what is going on the side. You should always be in the side and execute much of the work on the side. And then they execute much of the work, they are being helped by subcontractors. So a subcontractor is like the employee of a main contractor. They fall under main contractor. The main contractor is the one that tells the subcontractor what to do, and they must be able to complete the work by a specific date. When you're talking about a specific date, you're gonna be given the time that you have to complete the project. So you have to make sure that you complete that project on a specific date. You do not have to complete the project maybe the days or month after, because if you do that, there's going to be a fine. So a contractor must make sure that they complete the work on a specific date and time. So even like submitting the contractor, the documents, you must do everything in time in construction. So when we're talking about a subcontractor is specialized in a specific aspect of a construction work. What they actually do is that as I've already mentioned, that they are employees of a main contractor. They fall under main contractor. So what they do is that a main contractor will tell the subcontractor what to do. Subcontractor do this, subcontractor do that, you see. So what they actually do, they involved in plumbing, they involved in mechanical or electrical features. Like they're the one who do the plumbing, they're the one who build, they're the one who do the mechanical things, the electrical things, and then they enter into a contract agreement with the main contractor. So the main contractor is the person who hired the subcontractor to the portion to do the portion of the work, such as plumbing, as I've already mentioned, such as electrical work, as I've already mentioned, and which forms part of the overall project. So the overall project, of course, it has to have a contractor, a main contractor and a subcontractor, so that they can be able to finish a particular project. So if there's no subcontractor, the project will not proceed. If there's no main contractor, the project will not proceed. So we have three types of a subcontractor, where we have our number one, which is a domestic subcontractor. So a domestic subcontractor is selected by the main contractor. So the main contractor is the one that says, okay, you come and work on this particular project. This particular subcontractor is selected by the main contractor and to do a particular job. And then we have our second one, which is the nominated subcontractor. We have our second one, which is the nominated subcontractor. So this one actually is selected or nominated by the professional team. What are we talking about? The professional team. We're not talking about the professional team. We're talking about the architect. We're talking about the quantity surveyor. We're talking about the PA, which is the personal agent. We're talking about the engineers or one, yeah, things like that. So those are the professional. They have to be five. They have to be five. Yeah, sometimes they can even include the land surveyor in those things. So these people, they're actually nominated by a professional team to do a portion of the work. So they are called the nominated. So you must know the difference between the domestic subcontractor and the nominated subcontractor. We're now going to the third one. We have a selected subcontractor. So this one, they're actually selected by the main contractor, um, and uh, uh, and the professional team from a list of subcontractors. So what they do, they have a list of subcontractors and they're gonna select like this one, this one, this one. They're the one who are gonna work, and they are selected by both main contractor and the professional team. When I come to the registration of a contractor, this thing is actually under the Construction Industry Development Board, which is the Act of 38 of 2004. So the grading system actually is like the grading on which the contractor have to apply for. The grading, as I've already mentioned, we have grade 9 grades where we start from grade 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So those grading, they have a particular limit that they have to build, like the money that the amount of money that the contractor they have to build a building. Like if a building costs 650, it's gonna fall under grading 2. 650,000 is fall under a grade 2, which means that that contractor which is in grade 2, it doesn't have to exceed more than 650,000. And yeah, and when I'm going to grade 3, a grade 3, it might have like a 2 million. So you must not exceed that 2 million that you are supposed to build. If you exceed that 3 million, if you build a building costing a 3 million, which means that your contractor won't be a profitable, because it doesn't go under the grading that is supposed to be. So there are types also known as classes of work. So examples, there are general building, where by general building we're actually talking about the building that is being constructed. We're actually talking about a civil engineering. Civil engineering, we know what is a civil engineering. There's electrical engineering works, where you have to work with the appliances of the building. And we also have a certain specialist job where we can be talking about demolition of the building. So there are different 9 grading levels according to which a contractor can be registered. So we have a grading 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 9. So these are the grading. So they are supposed to start from 2 up to grade 9, and less than or equals to. It's either you build a building that is going to be less than 650,000, or a building that is 650,000 square. It doesn't have to be more than 650 square. That means you are in grade 2. If you're in grade 3, you can build a building that costs 2 million or less. If you're in grade 4, it's 4 million and less, 600, and as it goes. But when you are in a grade 9, you have more experience than all the other grades. So you can even build unlimited, like a billion building that they cost a billion to be built. You can build anything. So when we're talking about the experience in grade 2 and grade 9, so it means that grade 2 doesn't have equal experience as grade 9. How grading systems are actually determined? So they are determined by financial capability, which is talking about money. So you must have the amount of money that you are supposed to build. If people are giving you a tender, you must have a specific amount of money in your bank that shows that maybe you won't be struggling. You won't be asking for another money, or when the money is done, you can actually use some of the cash that you have. So financial capability is the one that actually determine some of the grading levels. Work capability, actually talking about the experience. What experience do you have when we are talking about the work capability? If you doesn't have an experience of building a 200 million building, so which means that you don't have to build that building. What they actually do, they even check the background of the buildings or the project that you once did before, and then they consider that a work capability. So if you don't have experience to do the work capability, um then you don't have to go over the grading level that you're supposed to work. If you have a 650, or you have an experience of 650, you have to work on that 650. We're talking about a financial is 650,000. You have to build a building that is gonna cost you that amount of money. When we're talking about a potential emergency status, a potential emergency status is like experience that you have, like when you're looking at the background of what you once did, like for example, like maybe you once built a mall. So when you're going to build something, you must have at least a 50% experience of what you once did before. You must just not come and build a mall when you don't have an experience. So by potential emergency status, we're actually talking about a 50% of something that you once did, an experience of what you have done before. And you must include like building and some of the stuff where you have to be sure that you once did all these things. And then when we're talking about the benefits of a registered contractor, so a benefits actually, they enable effective targeting of contractor for development. They provide information about the size, distribution, and capability of a contractor, facilities sustainable components, and establish the foundation for implementation of a national contractor development program. And uh, they provide a work management tool for contracts and clients. So they also help the contractor to build um, um, the H record. So this is the end of the topic of a contractor. I hope that you understand, and please, when you're going to write, please revise. And I hope that this video has helped you. If it didn't help you, you can actually contact me um on WhatsApp. I'm willing very much to help if you have a question to ask. Thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe.